Hey guys, welcome to BTech. I'm Basil here at CES 2014 with the ZTE Nubia 5S, the most exciting announcement from ZTE. Now sure, the name may be a little bit questionable calling a device a 5S, but this is a very exciting phone based on the camera user interface primarily, but the spec is also respectable too. We're going to kick off by talking about the design of this thing though, and you can see on the front you've got a 5-inch full HD display, so you've got a really nice PPI and a pretty manageable size. Below you've got 3 capacitive buttons, a home button, a back button and a menu button. Up at the top, front-facing 5 megapixel camera. On the right-hand side you've got a power button and a 2-stage camera button, while down below is a micro USB port. On the left, volume rocker right there. Up at the top is a 3.5mm headphone jack, an infrared blaster as well as a micro SIM slot, and on the back is that 13 megapixel rear-facing camera complete with optical image stabilization. Now, you might have just seen the user interface just shift to one side. That's because ZTE's gotten a little bit creative. Kicking off, just talking about that screen, 5 inches full HD, bringing it closer into frame so you can really just make out the kind of quality you can expect from it. ZTE's user interface appears to have ditched the applications tray in favor of just putting all your apps on here. Right, back to that shifting left and right. The user interface of the Nubia 5S, if we half press the camera button and tilt to one side, becomes operable with just one hand. You can see the backgrounds become semi-opaque, the foreground is in the bottom right hand corner, and we can really do anything. Type a message, for example, and access the keyboard. Hello. Hopefully with predictive text that would have got it, but you get the idea. If we want to shift it to left-handed usage, we can swipe back again. Let's try that again. There you go. And it's all actually quite easy to use. You can turn the functionality off in the notifications bar, as you can see. Now we're going to just jump into the camera user interface, because this is the second most exciting thing about this phone. If we open up the camera, we can see we're in a regular automatic shooting mode right now. Tap on the auto button though, and you can see you've got a spirit level. This will make sure your shots are nice and straight. You've also got these weird things in the middle. What are they? Well, one is an independent focus, one is an independent white balance, and one is an independent exposure control. So anyone who really likes their pro shooting can get very, very creative with this, bettering even the user interface of the Nokia Lumia range, for example. Although, admittedly, this is quite complicated. There's one final shooting mode that we haven't covered, fun. 13 megapixels, it can also shoot in 4K, and thanks to the MHL connector, the 4K footage can be output to a TV using that right there. Other key specs: Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 processor, 2.3 gig, 2 gigabytes of RAM. This should really fly, should handle all the latest games that you're going to be putting on it. We haven't had any word as to when we might see this thing, if it's coming to the UK even, or how much it's going to cost, but hopefully we'll get that your way soon. Head over to BTech for the latest on that and some very, very cool deals as well.